That was quick. Great work.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
You wanna mingle? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. I'm getting worse or something? Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got. You're wringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
I've got some time. I can't say I'm pleased, but what's done is done. Oh, I'm an actual... Technically, I'm employed...
Wish we had some better rations.
We should keep our voices down.
You're not a big drinker, are you? Where are we headed? He's just
interested in fixing stuff. I'm just glad he's alive. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. In the bar? When I asked... Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights, when they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly, when they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. Am I? Well, it's just normal to me. Why isn't everybody else, I wonder? When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Bring us honor. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a... Fun. This ain't some quarter... Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's... Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a lot. If you die horribly, I will pour...
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Processing. System. Unexpected.
Incoming!
Search failed. Suspicious data not found.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Nicely done. You're fast. Three switches. That'll be easy enough. I wish I could do that.
Secure.
Incoming! For me. Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards Spacer's choice. Mechanics in compliance with Spacer's choice. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Mechanicide protocols currently active. Please do not interrupt.
Go away, Phantom! Go away, Phantom! You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. See, Higgins? This is why... Of course. Do excuse me. I experienced brief flashes of mania during which I... Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. I was on cleaning duty at the time. I specialized in auto mechanicals. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. What's eating you? Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the tail. Death. Mechanicals lost their bolts. You mean why did... I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss... Look, I don't want to...
Great work. Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oh.
We did it! Down they go! Where'd they go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil? Something you need?
Processing. Investigate.
Don't mess with us!
Processing.
Get ready! The last. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final. Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of... Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends... But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, it's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just... Really? I mean...
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me. You killed my garden, destroyed my community, Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them, and you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. My son worked in that camp. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its... The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Edgewater Cemetery's got... Look at that.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. I appreciate you. In fact, well, don't... The geothermal... 2 whole data... Sure. I've been thinking about... I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. You know where to find me.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
The matter's been waiting. I'm staying put until I know what's become of Zoe. Don't want that...
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
Wish we had some better rations.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you.
Something got you down?
Nothing.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship. I am not perfect. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food. But that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us. So the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. Evidence. Adelaide has a secret, and I want to know what it is. If she... No, but I will give you a word of advice from the Spacer's Choice Manual of Conduct.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Look at that. I know, I'm trying to think.
You might not care for my leadership, but I appreciate what you've done for this. I expected as much. I've been thinking about it. Go ahead. Can we not? Show up to work. Problems of the body come from problems of the... And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate... If I had enough medicine... Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it... Now, I will not pretend to understand this. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide... That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease... But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become corporate doesn't like us using the word. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end. Go ahead. It is my job to keep 2 eyes. I wish you wouldn't say things like that. Yes, as a matter. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all... This is a Spacer's... Loyalty's got nothing... You might not care for my leadership, but I appreciate what you've done for this town. I expected as much. I've been thinking about it. Go ahead. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about it. Nature is... Yes, we have lost good workers to... Losing... Space... Ever since Adelaide... Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. Begging... Word up. But, and this is something... Oh, we... Some...
Are you out of your mind? You just killed him. Mr. Thompson, I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from... You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose at me? Let's... I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered. Here they come! Something's not right.
Look at that. You have a peculiar comfort with violence. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. You're vexing to me, you know? You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. I need some time.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Captain, I have detected that... Do you know how to... Outstanding, Captain. You're at our engine room. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable in...
Never seen the Veil lit up.
It's a fine new day, and I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter? There's little point in take comfort in them. Wonderful. This is... What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than to... But that's neither here... You have a ship. Perhaps... Certainly. I'm pretty handy with... Oh, I'm fairly... Fantastic.
Edgewater's gonna miss you.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I shall see you on the
Abernathy's chipper today.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
What can I do for you? You found Eugene's teeth? What? Where? How? Yes, you may be right. I suppose I should be grateful. Eugene was... I was the one who prepared... Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known... It's a mirror... I included...
Something I can do for you? Yeah? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Something I can...
That's this. I want to ask you this in private. Oh, wait. You kill. Go talk. And you tell Reed Thompson that you offering. Kill Reed if you must. Or talk him into leaving if you can. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. Tell him how I've made the veil. The secret is human core. I have got a means to cure the plague.
My son. So I bet.
Look at that.
Abernathy's coming right up. Town's been humming, coming right up.
This is a fine day, friend. Power. I trust Adelaide's people have... I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. I don't believe you. The very notion is just grotesque. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna. I don't... The soil's gone sour. Company said as... You'll excuse me for being skeptical? How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in... If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and... My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, no such thing as an honorable resignation. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I have always tried to do right by my... I do. Adelaide's found a...
I'll look the other way.
Incoming!
Warning!
Adelaide's okay.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault. No kidding. Look at... In fact, well, don't keep... Hey, 2 whole days... Well, don't keep me... That's... aside from you.
I'm glad we can...
I've been saying... What the... Couple months. I owe them my...
Look at that. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson... Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping... You're telling me you did all this. I might turn that... I need some...
Gone quiet. Is this your ship? Oh, I'm the only decent mechanic. Oh, it's kind of... I want to ask, and if you ever need... Yes! Cap...
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Cap, what can I do for you, Cap? Do you know? Outstanding, Captain. Our engine... What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to... We have received a communication request.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of... The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing out. Excellent. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise. I call it the Excellent. I'll contact you once you've... And remember, don't trust... The board's only interested in...
Transmission ended. Make yourself at home, Captain.
I could spend hours reflecting. So, tell me what's on your mind. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar. That's what I grew up and I was destined to be a laborer.
Remember, items in the hold may shift during takeoffs and landings.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. He meant funny, as in... It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late. Oh gosh. Look at the...
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Good luck, Captain.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as... So, welcome. Not at all my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected. Regardless. Absolutely. No, and I've been trying to...
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. Why don't you just invite the... Oh, fine. As long as you're vouch... For what it's worth, I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others... Yes, indeed. What's on your mind? Absolutely. Oh, goodness, no. Well, no, I imagine. Life outside work? No. For that matter, to answer your question, because we've lost our way, the board has... The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers... Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. Precisely. But the conventional... Well... Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we chat? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Remember that you are not insured.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time.
Now's not a good time.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to trust. Do what you want.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me. Oh, he's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the chosen beat my... That's when I broadside... Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around. Well, former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there. Captain of the Unreliable. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me according to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the starboard wall of the... Access to that information is above... I shouldn't be mentioning it. But what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board... If I had to take a guess as to why, you take this... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an empty... Most places are on the promenade deck. I got a preference for the... You need anything else? You let me know. Maybe. Two biggest operations. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird.
If you're thinking to make a career here, full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Goes like this. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? No, they aren't rich. All right. He's friendly enough. Not that he would, being a board man and all. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and folks around here will bluster that the... You sure you didn't just... There's no working with the board. They don't share. Not bits. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks. It's a delicate balance. They got it. We push them...
The board wouldn't do that.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to over...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we... Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships... Sure thing. Be seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then...
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about. Captain, I was hoping for a word. Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time. I've been thinking on that. There's a former... He's also who told me of the... That's a good... Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. There, I'll comb the last 6... Thank you, Cap.
You know that sound when you snapped on an injector? I got a full line of weapons.
This is it. Security. I can check... the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. well. What fine treasures might await us in here? Watch out, Captain! Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunner McRed. Alligator. Swerving in the air was more like... Spilled Rizzo's violet. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You in about 6... I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
This might be tough.
Look out! Unless you're here to file an Got a hop? Swerving. Spilled. Last tip. You and... I do hope you're the lucky hunter.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And, welcome... Sorry. Business has been... Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First...
Bless my heart. You here for a particular reason. Those have been the height of illegalities. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of... Now, I only have the one nav key. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a note. If you should find a secret worth selling, the more we got the corpse. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I've got a lovely little...
The news packet had the tossball scores from Decanis. What about the rail gliding championships?
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. How about I stay up top? You know, watch, okay?
Nice. Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bath. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressured... Well, actually two things. Time stood still. Ah, shit. That means I've... You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you? Or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well? I will.
One hit, down they go! Everyone
Everyone all right?
What do you think you're doing? Nice doing business with you.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Whatever. We got it.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, he was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. There, I've removed the... Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. That's... well, that's... Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? What? Amazing! An apprehension of this caliber would be tremendous for my career. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll...
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find himself.
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to... So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. That's the long and short of it, yes. Thank you. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problem. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much...
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Couldn't have done it without your...
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship. Groundbreaker's radiator. Only the board has access to new... None. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed.
That Chief Junlei sure seems well, huh? Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. What? No. Maybe? I don't... You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens? It's just...
Sorry about the heat. Oh, a lot of slogans to keep track of.
See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not... As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that... Be my guest.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after. The records say Miss Doyle checked it. She's not my patient. I'm certain... Not without dispensation from Chief Ju. We don't have regret. We'd need... Take care.
Can't say I've seen you. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have... Did he now? And Mal... He must... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery... A brave idiot with a pen... I'd be grateful... Last he told me, he was taking a You look out... What was that?
Incoming!
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Depends. What are you planning to do? See the lights. Taking a show or two at the... All right, I'll sell it. Anything else, dear? Yes, dear. Take that darling ship. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. Yes, dear. But suit... Any...
Got it. Heads down.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Yes, Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best... Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago. Alex likely recorded progress note. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters. Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing what?
Captain, we are now... Also, corporate protocol... Certainly, Cap. What would you like to hear? As you wish, Captain. I must comply. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. Perhaps for an indefinite duration. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex, in our travels together, Alex, if you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Heard from the last is down on 22.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look at this ripe piece of... Time to feed the... First, I'm gonna... Hey, Felix! Look, everyone, it's Felix!
Well, hey there, your lordship. Good to see you again.
Is this a nice man, a friend of yours, Felix?
Seeing you here feels like old times. Now, what brings you down to my sprat-infested broom closet of a kingdom?
Sure, everybody knows Captain McCred, terror of the back bays and purveyor of rare fungi.
Felix is a good kid.
That's right, sir. Just the parts.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute. Tribute it is.
Wow, look at you, boss. Impressing his lordship with your courtly manners.
Don't we need those bits, Captain? To buy the key from the lady?
You've got the run of the kingdom. Oh, lay it on me, but listen to the fire of those convicts. Alive or dead? Rare or medium? What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked?
Felix Millstone. Nice to see you out of docking bay. Keeping your nose clean?
Yes, ma'am. Been at least a couple weeks since my last nose-related incident.
Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you in a captain's custody. Just try not to steal any critical parts from my ship.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts a couple years back, but it was only just that one time. Honest.
I'd tell you to stay out of trouble, but I know you'll find it anyway. Whatever you do, just make sure I don't find out. This whole deck smells like ass. Only gonna get worse. Speak your mind. Honestly, I could... Frustrating. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document
Oh, gosh.
Don't sell yourself short. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around the... You've got my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is... You've got my attention.
sweet home.
Uncle Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
Crazy to live in this universe. Crazy.
If you were one of the original colonists, this place would have been your home.
What do you think you're doing? I'm gonna pretend that I never saw you. You get that automech patch? Fred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name.
Like worms in their shrooms.
Falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without the broken. Oh, wait.
Bet we could do some good with these.
You've returned, and it... good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door. There's a terminal in the back.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll...
I'm genuinely...
Somehow, I always find my way back to the Groundbreaker. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Honestly, before you pick me up, I was what folks on the Groundbreaker...
The controls are on the back of the machinery shaft area.
Heads up! Here they come!
Everyone all right?
John tells me the security mechanicals booted up. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Shoot back if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Try another weapon!
That's the terminal.
That makes sense.
And if you don't know what that means,
That's the last of him!
done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of bed. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
This is Halcyon News.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal.
For months? Groundbreaker's gotta have some type of fallback, right?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. But allocating the personnel loss for... I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with...
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never. The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to... I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Neighbor from a... Listen to the... Alive or... My flame? Shit.
Well, that's a relief. Wasn't too keen on the...
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
I'll miss my baby Pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs its keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding.
McRed, is this another one of those situations where you're
Mushrooms put the reality in reality, Felix. Without mushrooms, it's all just unreal.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Brown.
Have you had a moment to look into that little... You don't hurt any time.
bad down there? With the lights off? There are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You remember that spin-off series about the mass marketeer? Halcyon Helen's coming on for a special romance arc! Ah! What if they hold hands?
That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that. Like what I did with the place?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
No guards, huh? I like this place already.